Very good morning, children. So, in the previous class, I was discussing about acids and bases, and we have discussed about the properties of acids and properties of bases, and also we discussed about the definition of indicators. In today's class, let us know little about the natural acids which are present in different food items. Okay, so let me explain you about each of the acid which is present in different kinds of food that we eat daily, and what kind of acid is present in which food item. Okay, so first one, acetic acid, it is present in vinegar. Next, formic acid present in ant sting. So whenever the ant is going to sting you, at that time it is going to release formic acid into your skin. Okay, that's what it gives us pain to you. Next one is very important, that is citric acid. Okay, so most of the citrus fruits such as oranges, lemon, okay, so these all fruits, they contain citric acid. And next one is lactic acid. So dear students, you will be having the curd along with your food, daily food, right? So that curd contains lactic acid. So next one is oxalic acid. So that is present in spinach. Okay, it's one of the leafy vegetable, so in which the oxalic acid is present. Next one is ascorbic acid. So it contains vitamin C, rich in vitamin C, so it is present in amla. Okay, and as well as some of the citrus fruits. So next one is tartaric acid. So tartaric acid, it is present in tamarind. Okay, tamarind you are eating directly from the tree which is falling down, that you can directly eat it, or else you are using it for making sambar and all, so that contains the tartaric acid. So next one is grapes, unripe mangoes. Okay, the grapes which you eat, no, that also contains tartaric acid, and even unripe mangoes, that contains the tartaric acid. So all the acids which are above mentioned here, they are all naturally available, so we are not at all providing, preparing them in factories. Okay, they are made, they are available, naturally available in the nature. Okay, so let us know little some about some of the bases where they are present. So first one is calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice we say. So that is present in lime water. Okay, so next one is ammonium hydroxide, that is present in window cleaner. Okay, so it means window you are going to clean with some kind of liquid you are going to spray, and the window is going to be rubbed out, right? So that will be for that liquid, so ammonium hydroxide is added, which is going to clean the window. So next one is soap. So soap which you are using daily for your body, that contains the sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide. And finally, milk of magnesia. So here magnesium hydroxide is present in the milk of magnesia. So dear students, you might now you understood the different kinds of naturally available acids as well as some bases. So now, so in the previous class I explained you about the indicators. So the substances which are used to test whether the given substance is acidic or basic. So such substances are called indicators, I said. So indicators are of two types. Those are natural indicators as well as man-made indicators. So under the natural indicators, I mentioned you when I am explaining about in the previous class, I explained you about the litmus, turmeric, as well as China rose. So let me explain you about the litmus paper. See, this litmus paper, this litmus indicator, it is available naturally. It's a natural indicator. So from where it is extracted? So it is extracted from lichens. Okay, here you can, in the diagram you can look at here. So it's a lichen plant. So from which the litmus is extracted. Okay, so when it is added in an acidic solution, when the suppose any acidic solution is there, so in this, if litmus is added, it turns into red color. If this litmus is added to any basic solution, it turns into blue color. So in which form this litmus is available? So it is available in both the form. So that is in the form of strips of paper as well as in the form of solution. In both the forms it is available. So usually we use the litmus paper only, strip of paper only we are using to check whether given substance is acidic or basic. Okay, so that we call it as litmus paper. It is available in the form of two litmus paper, that is litmus red as well as litmus blue. Okay, so you can look at it here in the diagram. Litmus red as well as litmus blue strips of paper are given. Okay, so next one is, here we can go through what is that. So some solutions we have to make now. Okay, and by using the litmus paper we have to check that one. See, so mix some water with the lemon juice in any tumbler, plastic tumbler. Add the given solution, whatever the solutions are given here, no, so each one of them you have to go on adding in different tumbler, and no, you are going to you should dip the litmus red and litmus blue strips of paper in this, and you have to check so which color do they change. Now look at here. So you make a solution of what? You can take the tap water, detergent solution, aerated drink, soap solution, shampoo or common salt solution, sugar solution, vinegar, baking soda solution, milk of magnesia, washing soda solution, lime water. So there are many kinds of solutions you can use to check. In these solutions you can dip the litmus red and litmus blue paper, and which color does it change, you can check it here. Okay, so here take a solution, anyone, lemon juice, suppose take a lemon juice and squeeze it in a plastic tumbler or any small test tube. Okay, after squeezing it, what you need to do, take a strip of red litmus paper and immerse it into the solution of lemon juice. So do you find any change in the color of litmus red? Yes, so litmus red remains same. So if you are immersing the litmus blue color in this solution, it turns into red because lemon juice is acidic in nature. So you have to go on doing this experiment for all the solutions which are given here: shampoo solution, soap solution, sugar solution, vinegar solution, milk of magnesia, washing soda solution, lime water. All these solutions you go on adding the strips of paper, litmus red and litmus blue. If the red changes into blue, it is acidic. If blue changes into red, then it is going to be acidic. If red changes into blue, it is basic solutions. So you have to enter the given all these results in this in the table which is given here. So you look at it here. Serial number is given. Test solution. What solution you are taking? Sugar solution, shampoo solution, soap solution. What solution you are taking, you have to write here. Next one, effect on red litmus paper. If you have added the red litmus paper in this solution, does it change into blue color or remain same? You have to write here. Next column is effect on blue litmus paper. When you dip the blue litmus paper in this solution, whether it changes into red or remains blue only, that effect you have to write. Finally, what is the inference? So after dipping both the litmus red and litmus blue paper in this solution, what is the final inference conclusion you came to know, whether it is acidic solution or basic solution? You have to write in this column. Okay, so you have to go on doing this experiment for all these given solutions. Okay, so this is about the testing of solutions, whether it is acidic or basic, by using a litmus paper. So in the next class, let us learn about the testing of solutions by using a turmeric as well as China rose. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.